Hey, music money makers, I hear you want to start this new year off with a bang. I get it. But a lot of you all may possibly fail if you don't listen to the issues that you're going to have in January if you decide to launch your album, according to this video here. Now, check it out. You lack attention. You're a brand new artist. I get it. We need attention. You want to build this momentum. And for some reason, everybody thinks that dropping at the top of the year is the best strategy for a new artist. And I'm going to break down in this video today why it's not. Now, hear me out. You have no plan of action and you actually don't really understand where the consumer's mindset is in this point in time in the year. And we got to address that. See, the thing is, a lot of you all are pumped and you're ready. You got this album done. I get it. And I'm proud of you, bro. Like, hey, you got it done. Congratulations. My hat is off to you. But what's going to happen is you're going to release this project or this album. A lot of times that's what it is. And within 48 hours, the momentum will have deflated. It will have, gone away. And now you're going to try to make up for it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And I don't want you to have to do that, okay? Now, I do feel all artists should at least experience some of this pain so that they can pull from it later and learn from it later. But you shouldn't execute on this type of plan unless you have a plan of release for later down the road. And that's what we're going to jump into right here on today's episode of the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. My name is Casey Graham. Look, let's jump into it. I can tell you, I always tell you, I've always done the things that I talk about on this show. I never talk about anything that I haven't done. And I will tell you that trying to release in January was a huge mistake for me. And I'm going to list out all the issues that you will come across, as well as things that I've come across and I've realized about the dangers and the problems with releasing in January, especially a full album. So let's jump into it. Number one, it's cold outside. It's cold. People are really in the mode of survival at this point, and you are too. See, you're looking for momentum for your album, and there are people out there who are lurking that knows that you're looking for momentum for your album, namely the music marketers and DJs out there on in your local level that says, hey, this is a new guy who's looking for some promotion for his project. It's cold. I'm hungry. He's got money. I'm going to do whatever I can for him. Now, what you don't understand is they're going to do whatever they can for you in the climate, but they know themselves that people aren't moving and shaking as much as they could possibly do in the spring. So therefore, your money's probably going to be wasted on these types of local promotion services, okay? The consumer is also moving slow. It's like an ice cube. They're moving slow at this point in time. And so they're not going to be as receptive to new music. And I want to explain in the next coming issues here. Now, number two is the consumer. They're trying to get back to zero. What happened was they gave all their charitable donations away, money for the presents for the children during Christmas, the dinner for Christmas, the dinner for Thanksgiving. They spent on Black Friday. They bought cars, houses, TVs, and all of this stuff. And if they were going to give you money as a new artist because they see you as a charity case, no offense, but they see you as a charity case because you're trying to get up off the ground. So they're looking at you as, hey, I'm requesting your money in terms of support, all right? And I want you to support me as I get bigger, right? So after they've done all of their charitable supporting through Thanksgiving and Christmas in the last 2 months of last year or this year right now where we're in, they don't really have much room mentally or physically with cash flow to give you to support you. You get what I'm saying? They're trying to get back to zero, and that's what it looks like in the wintertime. This is not a time to go on and, well, you never know, man. They might help it out. Nah, you know what I'm saying? We're not there. And I want to be clear. I am speaking about cash flow, and I know that people can stream music. We get this. Everybody knows that you can go and stream music. You can at least support with that. But when we release music and we release albums, we're doing this for a type of bang that will allow us to get money back in the form of our higher ticket items. I will dig into that a little bit deeper. But we're looking for those higher ticket sales like concert tickets. We want you to come out to our concert. We want you to buy a t-shirt, buy some merch at the concert, or buy it online. That's the type of support new artists are looking for. They're looking for at least $10 worth of support. And to be honest with you, the consumer's mindset just isn't there, especially for a new product that has been untested. And they're just not ready to have a testing moment. Let's go to problem number 3. Ooh, got to get that right. The thing that you must realize is that the sacrifices are going to be necessary for your growth. And I like to call these sacrifices sacrificial singles, okay? Without these singles, it won't give you enough momentum for your album. And if you can clearly see, whether it be an album, an EP, or a mixtape, I've already pushed your album back a few weeks, if not a few months already, if you can hear in the tone of my voice and what I've been saying. Okay, we'll get to it. But you're gonna need some singles to increase your momentum in the winter time. This is what people can take. People can take samples of what you have. They can see you out there working, and that's what we wanna do in the wintertime. We wanna stick our shovels in the ground and we wanna work. We wanna dig up some stuff. We wanna build some stuff in the wintertime. And when people see you building in the wintertime, they're gonna say, I wonder what's coming for the spring. When will it be ready? Okay, so they're like, all right, I can see. Now we're building momentum. This makes sense. All right, yeah, I'm gonna stick around for it and see what you do. And that's when we have to use our sacrificial singles to build awareness about what we have forthcoming, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why this is the best time to do that, and why, right now, November and December wouldn't be the best time to do that, and you kind of missed the ball on this, okay? So we're ultimately building for the product of the album, the merch, and the concert tickets down the line. That's our ultimate build right now. And we're gonna use the singles to do that. Now, number 4, our next issue here is the label structure. This is usually pushed off to the wayside. And for my avid viewers, I'm pretty sure you all have gotten the 60-day record label, whether you've gotten the regular version or the executive edition. I love the executive edition the best. I think that's my best work so far, tooting my own horn here. In that book, it allows you to build your label structure. Now, what goes wrong here with many new artists when they release their first album is, like I said in the very beginning of this video, once you drop it in January, 48 hours after that release, the momentum has died, especially when you didn't build any to begin with. You just said, hey, my album's out, buy it, or go listen today on Spotify. That's all you did. That's all the promo you gave your project. And that's not going to happen. So now you're trying to figure out, well, we got to do something. We got to start promoting, and we're going to dump all of our available cash into music marketing and promo. And what you leave on the table is the label you were supposed to build in the beginning, because that's going to start to capture the money down the line. If you're going for a January release, it's going to start capturing money by the springtime. So you will have lost or delayed all the cash flow until another period. That's a no-no, and we don't want to do that. We always want to build the label structure. Now, if you have the project ready, but you don't have the label structure built, grab the 60-day record label and start building in the winter. Remember what I just said on problem number 3. When people see you building, they will want to support. I wonder what's coming for the spring, okay? Very simple concept here. Build your label structure so you don't delay your cash flow. All right, let's go to problem number 5. The marketing plan. What's the reason for this album? How should consumers consume this album? What type of consumers will consume this album? How big of a push into what demographics should you focus on? These are questions that we ask when we're trying to define the market. Okay, that is what marketing is. Marketing is not promotion. Promotion is an action. Marketing is trying to define where your music will be placed, consumed, listened to, etc., yada, 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 what age group, what region, all of that, okay? You must have a marketing plan for your music. I don't care if you knew or not. Otherwise, it won't work. You'll just be shooting efforts all over the place to everybody. And we can't have that. We don't want to do that. So we must define the market. Our 6th problem is the promotion. Now that we've defined the market, if you did that, but I know you didn't, especially if you're a new artist trying to release in January because you don't know the ropes, and I'm not talking down on you, I'm not. I'm letting you know. Now your next problem is the promotion, because you have the album, you're ready to release, and the momentum is going to die in 48 hours, which lets me know that you did not put a plan of promotion in place. Now, I would always recommend for new artists, your first plan of promotion would just be to start getting playlists yourself, all right? And start doing content in the best way you can on TikTok and Instagram, right? Because we want to build awareness quickly. Yeah, we will get the streams, but we want to build awareness quickly. And because of that, we're going to need a fast-paced social media network to do that. And actually, I'm going to probably move Instagram over and put YouTube Shorts and TikTok together and boom, make an explosion there. But we need a promo plan. And I would start with content on those two platforms. And then I will also add playlisting into it because we don't really have a lot of cash as a new artist. So we're going to have to be very frugal with the money that we do have. And we're going to have to start to put our efforts in those categories. But the only way we can figure out what to do with our promo plan is with our marketing plan. So you can see these problems we're having in January. We're excited. We did a great album. We finished the album in November and we said, oh, it's ready to go. We're going to get the video shot. We got the posters, the flyers. We're going to do it up. And nobody actually took a minute to really look at the real landscape of everything here. See, so now that leads to our next problem. The content plan. I think this is 1, 2, 3. This is 7. All right, our 7th problem. All right, is the title of the video. The content plan. Well, what type of content are we going to do? Well, that has to be determined based on the market, and then it also has to be determined based on the type of promo you're going to do. So you want to put your content in the lanes where you plan to promote, and then you want to also make those lanes based on the market that you decided. So if you don't have a content plan in place, I know you don't have a promo plan in place or neither a marketing plan. So we must get that together. There's a lot of building that we must do in the wintertime, which is why January is not the best time for new artists to release their albums. Now, at the top of the video, I said I was going to explain why new artists shouldn't do this. And I'm going to tell you this. It's because if you actually put all of these plans in place, the promo plan, the content plan, the marketing plan, and you started it right for a release in January, you're going to run into all of the sales of the Black Friday, the Christmas, the Thanksgiving. Your consumer is primed to spend. They got burning cash in their pocket. They've got burning cash in their pocket, and you're not taking it. Because you're telling them, hey, look, I know you got cash and money and you're going to willing to support and everybody's with their family and you're going to share all these TikToks on Thanksgiving and it's going to be fun. Hear me out. Like my stuff is coming. It's coming, but it's coming in January. So I'm going to release in January when you're done with all your money. You get what I'm saying? And this is why we don't want to do it. Number one, we encountered all the movie companies and all the major labels dropping at that time, and you're trying to break through all of that noise, warming up the market for a January release. I don't think so. It is even extremely hard for a seasoned artist to do that. So what do I recommend here? And I'm going to give you a bonus too. I just want to tell you about the industry. But your starting point is after Valentine's Day. And you really want to start warming up right there. You can start your content in January for sure, but maybe drop your first single after Valentine's Day because the public is going to spend money on Valentine's Day. Or if you got a love single, spend it on Valentine's Day so people can make some babies in the spring like they're supposed to anyway. You get what I'm saying? So it all depends on your music and what you have. But Valentine's Day to late March, that's that first run right there. Let's gear it up, okay? And then we hitting the races. This is for all my brand new artists. And if you're a seasoned artist, you can use this too. I mean, it's just logic. It's just logic. That's all it is, right? But here's the thing. Here's our bonus. Number 8, the industry. The industry knows these rules. That's why they shut down at the end of the year. That's why, if you've been in the game for a minute, you know that the record labels are not signing anybody. They're not signing anybody in the fourth. Why don't they sign in the fourth quarter? It's because, number one, they already had artists signed from last year that they're preparing for spring. And this goes for music marketers. This goes for concert promoters. This goes for booking agents. All the venue themselves that hold the concerts, they already booked all of those slots. The bigger ones, like the 1,000-seaters, and the smaller venues, they're probably 1 month out on the bookings. You get what I'm saying? But all of this stuff has already been booked, and you're trying to drop your album and go from there. You're not going to get a slot until late summer, somewhere possibly. So the labels are already ahead, and the labels run the industry at the top and the major players with all the high cash flow that trickles down to the bottom. So with that being said, you gotta play this thing like chess. And that's why today's video is so informative. That's why I'm kind of hitting you hard in the chest a little bit, but it's okay, because I want you to learn. And of course, you're going to have some trials and tribulations, but at least this video right here was, you know, a lot of game that could really, really help you down the line. Now, what if you understand all these steps? Well, then clearly you understand you're going to have to warm the people up. And then if for some reason, after hearing me say all of this, if you say, look, man, this is not true, I can actually do all of this and release at the top of January, just like any other cycle. Why not? I just told you why not, right? You're running into a traffic jam, a massive traffic jam at the end of the year, right? Which is the fall. And then at the top of the year, when nobody wants to spend any money because they're, you know, busted. They're not broke, but they're just busted on cash. And you're expecting people to help you when they're trying to get their workout plans going and getting their fit body going and, you know what I'm saying, getting their businesses launched. And everybody's working in the wintertime, man. They're prepping for summer. Why would I spend with you? It's a working process. So now if you still got a problem with that and still think that you can release, be my guest. Go ahead and endure the pain. How long should I wait to release? Well, actually, I already gave it to you. March. Late March is that window. So we're going Valentine's Day, February 15th to March 21st, right up in there. Okay. That's going to be your first target date. Bow. You're going to shoot the target right there. All right. And we in there. So we want to go from winter. We're working. We're going to hit Valentine's Day, hit that first single. Bam. We're going to hit another single. Bam, bam, bang. And then the album is out, and I'll leave that up for you to choose your release date right there. All right, so now you got a lot of work to do. Clearly, I've been saying this the whole video. Wintertime is for the work. Attack problem number 4. Build the label structure. Grab the 60-day record label for that. And then I want you to do a couple things here. I want you to define your market, define the promo plan, and I want you to define the content plan that you will use for the promo plan and the market that you chose, okay? Get your major planning done in the first quarter so you can hit it big in the second quarter. And if you need help with any of these plans, you know that you can always book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com. All of this work helps you make the most of the winter season and the most of your time and the most of your money so that in spring, we'll be set, baby. You'll have this plan that will work again for the fall, so you'll have more fans and increased cash flow, and that's what we're trying to do here. More fans, more money, more attention. That's what we're doing. Ultimately, it's for your message, so it's not vain. I want to let you know that. But ultimately, all of this work is for the message that you want to give the people, whether it be fun, whether it be awareness about social problems, whatever it is you're doing through music. We need this attention for that, but we need a plan for it. And it's going to look good when you do the work. Now, if you, for some odd reason, after hearing this entire video, choose not to, I'm telling you, you're going to have a harder time convincing people to listen. You're going to do twice the amount of work, exude twice the amount of energy in the wintertime trying to get people to listen than they would actually listen in the springtime. Okay? And you'll lose momentum in 1 week if you're a new artist, especially if you don't make some drastic changes. So you got this. I know some of you all have heard this strategy before on this channel. All my new followers, you might not have heard this at all ever before, or you might not have understood why labels do what they do at the end of the year and why it's so hard in the beginning of the year to get something going. But hopefully now you understand. Just remember, if you make music, you should make money. All right, Music Money Makers, visit musicmoneymakeover.com. Download the 60-day record label, and I'll see you next time. Peace.